Hey my friend, welcome back to a new video. I want to talk a little bit about today's energy because I know there's someone that needs to hear this message today. I felt so guided to talk about this. So many of you know today we have a powerful full moon. It's not a regular full moon because what I feel is so much more intense than usually. And I always share with you intuitive messages. So what I sense intuitively on energy level, I try to articulate it so it can make sense, like why we feel the way we feel, especially if you're more empathic. So before we begin, just let me know how are you feeling today. So we're in what is called as eclipse season. So this is more of a shadow season. This is like the part of ascension, of spiritual ascension journey where everything we've been kind of escaping from catches us, not to punish us but to be released, almost like a volcano eruption energy, like that requires from us to really listen, to lay down, to rest in that pressure that we may feel, because the tension that you feel requires what to go in, and then you have intention, right? When you're intentional, energy turns back into flow and it gets released because energy wants to flow. So yes, I will talk about everything, but sometimes so much of information comes in, and then I want to say everything at once. So let's begin here. So energy wants to flow, and our bodies are made of energy. They're made of incredible intelligent streams of, different energy streams that allow all organs in the body to function, all energy centers to function, everything to work properly. But through time, we accumulate knowledge. Our minds accumulate knowledge. Great thing, right? But sometimes the knowledge that we've accumulated starts limiting our own experience of life because we start attaching to what we know without realizing that maybe we were more free before we knew everything. Think about kids. Kids are so free because they're not attached to knowledge. They are open, right? They're fluid. They are learning. They're excited because they don't know. They want to know. So it's not about holding to the knowledge, it's about wanting to know that makes life exciting. But when we start holding on to knowledge, we don't hold on to any knowledge. We don't hold on to any knowledge, we hold on to knowledge that was the most emotional to us. But unfortunately, what was the most emotional was most probably something that was the most painful, the most negative. And how something painful makes you feel and what happens in your body, you contract, and it makes you feel small, and it makes you believe there's something wrong with you, and it makes you believe that you're a victim, and it makes you believe that you're not loved, and it makes you believe you're not seen, you're not heard, that everything is up on you. And when things crumble, you think it's your fault, right? So that's what happens when we go through something emotional and we hold on to what we think that happened. I'm not saying it didn't happen, I'm not saying it's not real, but what I'm saying is that you most probably feel something like that. And what I'm noticing in many people's lives is that they are becoming more clear around the understanding behind these words. All kinds of words, like what it means to let go, what it means to surrender, what it means to feel, what it means to have compassion towards you and others, what it means to love yourself. So these are just words, but when we truly practice them, we notice they are profound and they are deep and they're introducing us to a whole new version of us that is more free. So now if I return back to these negative emotions, it's the energy, emotion is energy in motion, but more the emotion is negative, less it is in motion because we contract muscles and then this energy can't flow freely anymore. It gets stuck in a certain area of our bodies. And you can easily know where it got stuck because you feel tension there, right? So before I said go in tension and be intentional, like I release you. When you go through awareness, you go into that painful area of your body, or maybe the area where you feel pressure. When you go in it and you slow down, my friend, right? Slow down. When you relax into that area of your body, something will be just released. And that's what today's energy is truly inviting you to do. So this is powerful. And I know you've heard this before, but today I'm talking about this because most probably you feel a lot of pressure. You feel also a lot of maybe heavy energy present. Maybe you feel more tired. It's not truly tiredness. It's just an urge from your body to truly be with it, to rest with it, and to just let things go. So in front of you is like a crossroad. You don't see it. It's more energetic. It's vibrational. And you need to make a choice. So what I will say right now, I hope you can feel it, because one path will take you into the same cycle you've just been in. It's called kind of repetition, right? You will repeat same or similar lessons, experience similar emotions until you wake up and see what to change. This is what usually happens in eclipse seasons. We get a chance to ascend, or we get a chance to repeat everything, and then we move through the same process again to become wiser, so then we can change, right? But this year is very unique because energies are so strong, so most probably you just can't go into this repetitive cycle. You will feel such a strong urge to release that there will be almost no other option than to ascend. But that's why it's also more intense and maybe more painful. So be okay with that. I'm not saying force yourself to be okay or to be positive if you're not. I'm just saying be with it and know that you will be okay. Just know you will be okay. What's in the future for you is just the best possible outcome that will find you. That's your future. It will not happen by itself. You will become it. But in order to become it, you need to fall in love with what you feel right now to such a degree that it will turn into love. Yes. And this sounds strange once again, because how can I love pain? How can I love suffering? How can I love what I'm going through? Well, the way you accept it, the way you understand that it is all a part of your journey, and partially you've chosen it, and partially it is waking you up, and only eventually you will understand exactly why you needed to go through all of this. But just know, if you're going through it, you can change it. If you can change it, accept it. When you accept it, you love yourself, because you're not in conflict with what is happening anymore. So you're not wasting your energy on survival. Now you're turning back into your own creative capacity that will help you to see what needs to be done through you. And it will turn on this kind of inspirational pull to do something that will take you towards where you're looking at, and you will manifest that vision of yours. So this is how a release of old happens, and it's happening right now. So yes, your old life is collapsing. There's still a chance to return to it by not doing anything, but there's a very small chance to do something like that. It's not to be afraid. It's not like, will I be left behind? No, you will not be, because there is no behind. There's only now. You're only here right now, and that's all you have. But you're here with you, and wherever you go, there you are, right? So you're carrying you with you. You're carrying your past with you. And my reminder for you today is that you can relax into knowing that you will be okay. Because of your past, you're looking into your future through the lens of what can go wrong, or what's the worst case scenario. This happens automatically due to whatever you've been through. But then there's the deeper you, the wiser you, that doesn't see what can go wrong because it sees the infinity of what can happen. And it also sees the purpose in what is happening. So therefore, it is not rigid about what's going to happen. It's not strict about what should happen. It's just open because it's here on an adventure. There's this kid version of you, but intelligent and wise, that you became through years. But that kid version of you is here on an adventure. Now you, as the wiser you, what life taught you, can bring in more intention. Like, let's be intentional. Let's make adventure intentional. Let's decide where you're going, or let's decide what you want to meet on your path. Let's decide what kind of people you want to meet. Let's decide, like I said yesterday, you can ask for right people. You can ask for sign. You can ask for guidance. You can ask for everything. You have your inner technology that will, bring you the answers. It will bring you what you need. Be perceptive for that. But what I'm saying today is that firstly, rest in knowing that you will be okay. You already are okay because you're here and you're alive, which means you've survived. Have you, my friend? Are you alive? Yes, you've survived, which means you're here. And if you're here, it means you're okay. There may still be some mental and emotional tension that you're feeling, like we all are feeling it. Like personally, and I'm sure many of you can relate, like I have moments when I completely surrender and I trust life more than ever before. And then comes this old mentality, but what if this time it will not work? What if this time I will actually fail? What if this time all these breakdowns are actually signs that I'm doing everything wrong? And then I'm like, oh, it's fear talking again. And I need to relax once again into knowing, no. It has a bigger purpose here. And I'm okay. And I'm just willing to see how everything will unfold. I'm open. I'm not judging events. I allow everything to happen. I know life has a bigger plan for me. And I'm just open. Whatever you have for me, bring it on. I'm ready. And I relax once again into knowing that everything is fine. I'm not neglecting the negative emotions. I feel them. Yeah, but I'm not controlled by them. No, because I'm not it. I'm not what I feel, but I'm aware of what I feel. I can notice easily there are certain thoughts that are awakening these emotions, and I can create a gap between noticing what I think, how I feel, and being an observer of that. And notice that maybe this mentality needs an upgrade. Maybe I need to articulate better what I feel. Maybe I need to find the root of, the reason why I think this way, which is usually something like I'm small, or I'm nobody, or I don't know what is going on, or I don't trust. And as soon as I find that reason, I can pull it out because I know it's false. How can I know it's false? Because I am that I am, and I am the truth. Life moves through me, and life is guiding me like it guides nature and all the universal streams and cosmic events. I'm under the same order, and therefore that order knows way better than my intellect, so I surrender to that order and I allow it to take me onto a journey. And at the same time, I will use the intelligence of mine and intentionally guide through that order myself towards what my soul craves. So yes, I feel desires for my life, and most probably you feel them too. And therefore, as I know everything moves with a rhythm and everything has its flow to it, I will just visualize what I want to see in my life, but I will not be attached to it. So if it happens, great. If it doesn't happen, something else is here for me. But my vision, my intention is my way to have my own free will, to collaborate with life. And that's how I can reassure myself that everything is fine, because life is life and I am life, right? Life is life. And I know to the ego, this is dangerous thinking, because ego wants to be sure. It wants to cling to the knowledge because it's made to accumulate, because more it has, more valuable it feels. But it's very bad with letting go, because letting go means death, and it's afraid of dying. So when you go through the process of change, whatever change, healing, growth, evolution, some things must die. And therefore, ego is confused. Like, this is not growth if I'm dying, right? This is not evolution if I'm dying. So you must be doing something wrong. There must be something wrong. There is something I don't know. And I feel stuck. And now I'm afraid. And now I feel anxious. And I don't know what to do. And all these survival mechanisms turn on once again. And you need to catch yourself. Yes, this is your ego, being afraid of losing what you've been accumulating through time. So your heart knows better, because it knows it's not about what you've accumulated. It's who you are. We moved way out of the age of knowing into the age of being. People walk around like they know everything, but it doesn't help them, right? So what helps is when you become who you are, not pretending, not trying to be, not becoming, but being, right? This is strange. This is challenging because it's not so familiar. How can I be myself if I need to pretend? How can I be myself if they're hurting me? How can I be myself if they don't understand me? Yeah, well, by being flexible. Like a willow tree, you bend a little bit, but you get back up, right? You dance in a wind. You listen rather than react, right? You're present rather than arguing. And those who are present, they always know what to do, because they're not reacting to what is happening, they're observing. An observer always feels in tune with what must be done in any situation. And that is practice, to be aware, to be content, and to be grounded. So this is what you're stepping in. And more you are content, more you're present, more you're grounded, stronger is your energy. And if someone would, make a picture of your energy field, there would be a visible, stronger energy field around your body. Your aura would be stronger, but it doesn't really matter that much. But it is influential. It influences people around you. That's how you know. When people naturally start treating you more kindly, more lovingly, you know there was a change in your energy. But you don't need this kind of evidence because you feel a change, right? You feel changed. You're a changed human being because your soul has evolved. Why your soul has evolved? Because you've chosen to. You've chosen to trust your soul instead of your mind. So you became a bit more mindless and more soulful. Oh, that's beautiful, my friend. That's a beautiful evolution. So you've done a great work, and life is celebrating you for that. You don't need to be perfect. Life is not requiring from you to be perfect. No, what life requires from you is to learn more about who you really are. And this sounds like you've heard this before, I know, but only when you tap into you know how profound it truly is. Before that, those are just words, and people ignore it because they've heard, but those who truly tap into it, they wake up because they know. And wiser you are, more you appreciate what you've heard before, because you recognize there are layers to understanding. And every time you hear something again and again and again, you kind of tap deeper into the understanding of a word. And that's when we start, maybe if you're reading books, you start reading a bit slower, because each sentence is way more profound than it was before. You reread an old book and you find a whole new knowledge in it. You listen more closely because you want to know. and you become a better observer in the world, in the nature, in the society, because you want to see. This is for the wise ones, right? The ignorant ones, they just want stimulation. They just want to be entertained. They just want to distract themselves. But for the wise ones, they want to be aware. They want to be present because they know that they are not just their bodies. They're also everything that is happening around them. And as long as it is present in our lives, it means it's present in ourselves as well. So true healing happens when something that's bothering you is not being reflected outside of you anymore. It means you became at peace with it, and therefore you don't need it anymore. That's it. That's when all these chaotic people disappear, and that's when all this lack that you felt disappear, because you recognize you are coming from wholeness and you're returning to it. Yeah. I will leave you here. I hope something can click today. It was a bit more maybe poetic, maybe more mystical, but that's how we flow. We can't stop the flow. It must keep going, right? It must keep going. Yeah. I will leave you here. I hope you found a great value today. I hope you've enjoyed in this beautiful scenery. We are in my studio. I'm also an artist. I paint paintings that I see in my mind's eye. I put them out onto the canvas so they can go into the world and maybe at your home. Yes, if you would like to get one, a print of one of my painting, to support this work, you can go onto AttractPassion.com or the link in the description of this video, and you will find all of my work there. Go and check it out. Also join us on our Patreon community, this sacred space of same-minded, same-hearted people to connect, join us in, we meditate together, we teach, we learn, and we grow. So join us there, and also join YouTube membership if you want to support this channel. I love you, my friend. See you tomorrow. And yes, like always, one love.